What is the meaning of the verb burn out?
When a fire, candle, or other flame stops burning because it has no more fuel, it burns out. Don't worry, the sun won't burn out for another 4 billion years.
What is the meaning of the verb turn over?
When a business turns over something that it sells. It continually sells it and replaces it with new merchandise. Snowmobiles and skis turn over very slowly in the summer.
What is the meaning of the verb go out, of?
When people or things leave a place, room, or house that you are in, they go out or go out of it. Come in is the opposite of go out. Nancy was so sick that she didn't go out of the house for a week.
What is the meaning of the verb turn into?
When you turn something into something else, you change it into that thing. The Youngs are thinking of turning their house in the country into a hotel.
What is the meaning of the verb do over?
When you do something over, you do it again in order to improve it or to correct mistakes. This is all wrong, it'll have to be done over.
What is the meaning of the verb go up, to?
When you move to a higher level or position, or from south to north, you go up or go up to that place. Go down is the opposite of go up. Susie came down from her tree house to eat lunch, but she went back up after she finished.
What is the meaning of the verb catch up, with?
When you move faster and reach the same level or place as people who had been. Moving faster or doing better than you were, you catch up or catch up with them. The mugger was running so fast that the angry mob couldn't catch up with him.
What is the meaning of the verb know about?
When you have studied something and learned it, you know about it. I don't know much about history. I was a business major.
What is the meaning of the verb close down?
When you close down a business or a business is closed down, it closes permanently or for a long time. The ski resort will close down for the summer on May 1st.
What is the meaning of the verb keep away, from?
When you keep away or keep away from people, you do not come close to them or associate with them. When you keep away or keep away from things, you do not touch them, come close to them, or use them. When you keep away or keep away from places, you do not come close to them or go to them. We're going to eat dinner in a few minutes, so keep away from those cookies.
What is the meaning of the verb go off?
When a gun goes off, it fires. When a bomb goes off, it explodes. When an alarm or alarm clock goes off, it makes a loud noise. I was late for work because my alarm clock didn't go off.
What is the meaning of the verb leave off?
When you interrupt something that you intend to finish later, you leave off at the point where you stop. Okay class, we left off on page 92 last week, so open your books to page 93.
What is the meaning of the verb step on informal?
When you say step on it to someone who is driving a car, you are telling the driver to drive faster. Step on it. We have to be at work in 10 minutes.
What is the meaning of the verb go by?
When people go by a place or thing, they pass near that place or thing. When a thing goes by or goes by you, it passes near you. We watched the parade go by.
What is the meaning of the verb get up?
When you get up or someone gets you up, you rise from your bed. When you get people up, you cause them to rise from their beds. L don't usually get up until 11 o'clock on weekends.
What is the meaning of the verb get on?
When you get an item of clothing on, you put it on your body. These gloves are too small. I can't get them on.
What is the meaning of the verb bring up?
When you bring up children, you care for them as they grow to adulthood. When you bring up children to believe something or to behave in a certain way. You try to teach this belief or behavior to them. I was brought up to believe in honesty and compassion.
What is the meaning of the verb leave off?
When you do not include people or things on a list, either accidentally or deliberately, you leave them off. After what happened at the last party, Dan wasn't surprised that he was left off the guest list.
What is the meaning of the verb come on?
When a television or radio program comes on, it begins. The late movie comes on at 1 o'clock a. m.
What is the meaning of the verb live with?
When you live with shame, guilt, or a painful memory. You continue with your life in spite of the shame, guilt, or painful memory. Jake committed suicide rather than live with the shame of what he had done.
What is the meaning of the verb try out? 4.
When you try out or try out for something. You try to show that you can perform a job well in order to get hired. Daniela's mother told her, trying out for the cheerleading squad isn't as important as doing your homework.
What is the meaning of the verb go down? 2.
When a computer or computer network stops working because of a problem or because it has been disconnected, it goes down. If your computer terminal goes down, you can use the one in the next office.
What is the meaning of the verb sit down?
When you sit people down, you order them to sit, usually so that you can have a serious discussion. The detective sat Hank down and began to interrogate him.
What is the meaning of the verb drop off?
When you take things or people to another place and leave them there, you drop them off. Can you drop me off at the train station on your way to work? Luis dropped off his laundry at the cleaners.
What is the meaning of the verb hurry up?
When you hurry something up, you do it more quickly. When you hurry people up, you urge them to do something more quickly. When you say hurry up to people, you are telling them to do something more quickly. Everyone was really hungry, so I asked our cook to hurry dinner up.
What is the meaning of the verb lock in?
When you lock in an interest rate, price, time slot, and so on. You make it definite so that it will not change in the future. If you want to use the condo at the beach this weekend, you need to pay a deposit to lock it in.
What is the meaning of the verb throw away?
When you throw away something important or valuable, you foolishly do something that causes you to lose it. When I got mad and quit my job, I threw away a chance to become vice president of the company.
What is the meaning of the verb eat up?
When something eats up something else, such as money or time, it uses all of it. I don't want to go shopping with you. It'll eat up the whole day.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When something backs up, it is being prevented from moving, progressing, or flowing normally. An accident backed up traffic for 3 miles. The assembly line is going to back up if Eric doesn't get the parts he needs soon.
What is the meaning of the verb throw up?
When something causes small particles of dirt, dust, or a liquid to rise into the air, it throws them up. Be careful with that chainsaw, it'll throw sawdust up in your eyes.
What is the meaning of the verb hand back, to?
When you return things to people by holding them in your hand and extending your arm. You hand them back or hand them back to them. The guard handed my ID card back to me.
What is the meaning of the verb kick back, to?
When you kick back money or kick back money to business people or government officials. You illegally and secretly give them a percentage of the money. That they spend with your company as a reward for giving you the business. The prosecutor said that 5% of every contract was kicked back to the head of the purchasing department.
What is the meaning of the verb stand for?
When abbreviations, acronyms, or symbols represent longer words or groups of words, they stand for them. SCUBA stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
What is the meaning of the verb go in?
When soldiers enter combat or an area where combat is likely, they go in. Pull out is the opposite of go in. The Marine shouted, "We're going in." As he jumped from the landing craft.
What is the meaning of the verb keep up, with?
When you keep up or keep up with people or things that are moving, you are able to move at the same rate. Fall behind is the opposite of keep up. Bob walks so fast that it's hard to keep up with him.
What is the meaning of the verb put on informal?
When you put people on, you kid or tease them. Don't put me on, tell me the truth.
What is the meaning of the verb knock out?
When you try very hard to please other people, you knock yourself out or knock yourself out to do something. Thanks for inviting me to spend the weekend with you. But don't knock yourself out, I don't mind sleeping on the couch.
What is the meaning of the verb back off?
When you move away from danger or a person you are arguing or fighting with. In order to avoid injury or a more serious fight or argument, you back off. When you tell people to back off. You are warning them that you are becoming angry and that a fight or argument is likely. Tom backed off when he saw that Jake had a gun.
What is the meaning of the verb carry on?
When you carry something on an airplane, you keep it with you in the passenger. Compartment instead of giving it to an airline agent to put in the baggage compartment. This suitcase is pretty big. I hope they'll let me carry it on.
What is the meaning of the verb wear off?
When the effects of drugs or alcohol gradually go away, they wear off. The wounded soldier was in great pain after the morphine wore off.
What is the meaning of the verb put inland to?
When you put people in or put them into a prison, hospital, school. Or other institution, you take them there or require them to go there. Jake got put in jail for 20 years. Marvin should be put into a mental institution.
What is the meaning of the verb point out?
When you bring things or people to someone's attention or indicate the location. Of things or people with your hand or index finger, you point them out. As we walked through the museum, the tour guide pointed several famous paintings out.
What is the meaning of the verb hold up?
When you use a gun or other weapon to rob a person, bank, or store, you hold it up. Stick up is the same as hold up. Some idiot tried to hold the bank up with a squirt gun.
What is the meaning of the verb eat up?
When you eat food up, you eat all of it. There's no more pizza, David ate it all up. Don't eat up the cake before your father gets a piece.
What is the meaning of the verb settle down?
When people settle down, they start to live a less active life and perhaps get married. Buy a house, and start a family. My son is 41. I wish he'd settle down and raise a family.
What is the meaning of the verb shake up?
When something upsets, shocks, or frightens you badly, it shakes you up. Seeing all those dead bodies sure shook me up.
What is the meaning of the verb fall apart?
When a plan, arrangement, system, or agreement fails, it falls apart. After 5 difficult years, their marriage totally fell apart.
What is the meaning of the verb get out of?
When you get people out or get them out of a place, you take them out or you arrange for them to leave. After Hank was arrested, his lawyer got him out of jail.
What is the meaning of the verb come down to?
When the key to understanding a situation or problem is knowledge and consideration of a certain aspect of the situation or problem. This aspect of the situation or problem is what the situation or problem comes down to. Our marriage problems aren't really that complicated. What it comes down to is whether you're willing to deal with your drinking problem.
What is the meaning of the verb find out? Not usually separated. The object can be a noun. A noun clause, or a complete sentence.
When you find out information or a fact, you learn or become aware of that information or fact. I met a nice man at the party, but I never found out what his name was.
What is the meaning of the verb fall behind, in?
When you do not make the regular payments you are required to make. You fall behind or fall behind in your payments. When I lost my job, I fell behind in my mortgage payments.
What is the meaning of the verb step on?
When you step on something, you place your foot on it. If the carpenter steps on a nail, she'll have to go to the hospital for a tetanus shot.
What is the meaning of the verb count on?
When you need something important to happen or a certain condition to exist, you are counting on it. When you need someone to do something important, you are counting on that person. Farmers count on a lot of rain in the spring.
What is the meaning of the verb fight back?
When you fight back, you fight, either physically or with words. Someone or something that attacked you first. After being accused of corruption, the senator said she would fight back and prove her innocence.
What is the meaning of the verb move out, of?
When you move people out or move them out of a place. You take their furniture and other personal possessions out of a place where they lived. When you move things out or move them out of a place, you take them out. Move inland to is the opposite of move out. One of our roommates wasn't paying his rent, so we moved his stuff out while he was at work.
What is the meaning of the verb go on?
When an electrical device or system goes on, it begins to operate. A thermostat makes the air conditioner go on if it gets above a certain temperature. The lights goes on automatically if someone walks near the door.
What is the meaning of the verb come up with?
When you think of an idea, plan, or solution, you come up with it. Lydia wants to come up with a great idea for the party.
What is the meaning of the verb sort out?
When you do something to solve a problem or to correct a misunderstanding, you sort it out. Janice was angry with me about what happened last night, but I called her and we sorted everything out.
What is the meaning of the verb blow up?
When you make a picture or photograph larger, you blow it up. I blew the photograph up and framed it.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When a book, magazine, newspaper, or musical recording is published or issued, it is put out. Frank Sinatra put out several classic recordings in the 1950s.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When you put people out, you inconvenience them. Eric really put Bill out when he asked him for a ride to the airport at 3 o'clock in the morning.
What is the meaning of the verb bring back?
When something causes you to recall memories and emotions from the past. It brings the memories and emotions back. I had tried to forget that awful incident, but this magazine article has brought it all back.
What is the meaning of the verb wind up?
When you wind up an activity or event, you finish it or get ready to finish it. Wrap up is similar to wind up. We'd better wind things up here, it's getting late.
What is the meaning of the verb carry away, with, always passive?
When you get carried away or carried. You should always start a new exercise program slowly. If you get carried away with it, you might hurt yourself.
What is the meaning of the verb come through?
When important information, authorization. Or permission that you have been waiting for is received, it comes through. The execution was stopped when the call from the governor came through.
What is the meaning of the verb aim at?
When you aim at something you want, you do what is necessary to get it. The new law is aimed at reducing crime in the streets.
What is the meaning of the verb find out not usually separated? The object can be a noun. A noun clause, or a complete sentence.
When you find out information or a fact, you learn or become aware of that information or fact. I tried to get the information, but I couldn't find it out.
What is the meaning of the verb cover up?
When you cover something completely, you cover it up. I covered the cake up so no bugs would land on it.
What is the meaning of the verb throw out, of?
When you throw people out or throw people out of a group, place, building, or room, you order them to leave. Kick out is similar to throw out. I haven't paid the rent in 6 months, and I'm worried that the sheriff will come and throw us out.
What is the meaning of the verb get out, of?
When you get people out or get them out of a place, you take them out or you arrange for them to leave. The soldiers were surrounded, so they called for a helicopter to get them out.
What is the meaning of the verb give in, to?
When someone pressures or forces you to do something or allow something even though you do not want to, you give in. My son drove me crazy asking me to buy him a new bicycle, and I finally gave in.
What is the meaning of the verb burned up informal?
When something makes you very angry, it burns you up. It really burns me up when other people take credit for my work.
What is the meaning of the verb go around?
When you go around a place, you visit various parts of it. The exterminator is going around the house looking for rats.
What is the meaning of the verb stand for?
When you will not stand for something that you think is illegal. Improper, or unjust, you will not tolerate it or allow it to happen. Cruelty to animals is one thing I will never stand for.
What is the meaning of the verb switch on?
When you switch on an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to make it start producing or doing something. Turn on is similar to switch on. Switch off is the opposite of switch on. Push this button to switch the computer on.
What is the meaning of the verb look at?
When you examine something or a situation and decide what to do about it, you look at it. The mechanic looked at my car but couldn't find anything wrong with it.
What is the meaning of the verb cut out, of?
When you cut something out or cut something out of a piece of paper. Cloth, or other material, you use scissors or a knife to remove part of it. The bank robber had a pillow case over his head with 2 holes cut out.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When a book, magazine, newspaper, or musical recording is published or issued, it is put out. The publisher is planning to put a new magazine out that will appeal to teenage girls.
What is the meaning of the verb find out not usually separated? The object can be a noun. A noun clause, or a complete sentence.
When you find out information or a fact, you learn or become aware of that information or fact. I was surprised when I found out he can speak 14 languages.
What is the meaning of the verb get through, with?
When you get through with an activity. Or get through doing an activity, you finish it or finish doing it. I have so much homework that I might not get through with it until midnight.
What is the meaning of the verb check out?
When you check out at a store, you bring the items you want to buy to the cashier and pay for them. Look at this line. It's going to take forever to check out.
What is the meaning of the verb? Look at informal always continuous.
When you say that people are looking at an amount of money or a length of time. You mean that this is how much they think something will cost or how long something will take. Putting a new roof on this house isn't going to be cheap. You're looking at least $15,000.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When you make a claim or statement and then show people evidence or give them information proving that the claim or statement is true or correct, you back it up. No one believed Jim's accusations because he couldn't back them up with any evidence.
What is the meaning of the verb try on?
When you try on an item of clothing before deciding whether you will buy it or borrow. It from someone in order to see if it fits or to see if you like it, you try it on. She must have tried on 20 pairs of shoes before making up her mind.
What is the meaning of the verb catch up with?
When you move faster and reach the same level or place as people who had been. Moving faster or doing better than you were, you catch up or catch up with them. After missing several weeks of class, Raquel is so far behind that she'll never catch up.
What is the meaning of the verb knock off?
When you knock something off, you make something quickly and not very carefully. The artist knocked off a quick sketch and gave it to the waiter.
What is the meaning of the verb go along with?
When you obey a rule or follow a decision, you go along with it. MRS. Taylor wasn't happy about the committee's decision, but she went along with it anyway.
What is the meaning of the verb catch on?
When a fashion or habit becomes popular and is adopted by many people, it catches on. When a product or service becomes popular and is used or bought by many people, it catches on. Beta VCRs never caught on.
What is the meaning of the verb work in?
When you make room, with some difficulty, for something in a schedule or plan, you work it in. I told him my schedule was pretty tight, but that I'd try to work the meeting in.
What is the meaning of the verb come out, of?
When something comes out of a certain place or area, it starts there. The most wonderful aroma came out of the kitchen.
What is the meaning of the verb put together?
When you organize some ideas, plans, or suggestions in order to show them to someone or discuss them with someone, you put them together. I have an interesting idea for a new business, and I'm putting together a proposal.
What is the meaning of the verb fall apart?
When the parts of something become completely separated. Because it is old or in bad condition, it falls apart. There's no way to fix this thing. It has completely fallen apart.
What is the meaning of the verb put up?
When you fight, resist, or argue against something, you put up a fight or put up resistance. The Japanese put up little resistance when the Marines landed.
What is the meaning of the verb put down, on?
When you put money down or put money down on something, you pay a portion of the cost of something you want. To buy to be sure that it will still be available to you when you are able to pay the rest of the cost. The real estate agent asked me how much money I want to put down on the house.
What is the meaning of the verb go around?
When something is being distributed to a group of people and there is enough for everyone. There is enough to go around. Don't make the pieces of wedding cake too big, otherwise there won't be enough to go around.
What is the meaning of the verb turn on informal?
Something that turns you on, pleases you and causes you to gain interest in something or someone. Something about a person of the opposite sex that turns you on, causes. You to become sexually or romantically interested in that person. Turn off is the opposite of turn on. When I saw this house from the outside, I didn't think I would buy it. but the beautiful woodwork inside really turned me on. When I saw this house from the outside, I didn't think I would buy it. But the beautiful woodwork inside really turned me on.
What is the meaning of the verb stick with?
When you stick with a habit, plan, or type of work, you continue as before, without change. Stick to is similar to stick with. L don't like computers. I'll stick with writing letters by hand.
What is the meaning of the verb stop over?
When you interrupt a journey, usually an airplane journey, for a short stay somewhere, you stop over. Stopping over in Dubai on the way to Bangkok wasn't any fun, we couldn't even leave the airport.
What is the meaning of the verb lie around?
When you lie around or lie around doing something, you recline and relax and do not do anything important. All my sister ever does is lie around watching soap operas.
What is the meaning of the verb make up the noun and adjectives? Derived from this verb are much more commonly used than the verb itself.
When you make yourself up, you put lipstick, eyeshadow, and so on your face. She made herself up and went to the party.
What is the meaning of the verb think up?
When you think up something, such as an idea, solution, or plan, you use your imagination to create it. Maria thought up a great way to make some extra money.
What is the meaning of the verb make up?
When you make up your mind about something. Or make up your mind about doing something, you decide which choice to make or which action to take. Marcia made her mind up about quitting her job and joining the Navy.
What is the meaning of the verb come in?
When a thing or skill comes in handy. It is something useful that you like to have available when you need it. I don't know how to speak Japanese, but knowing how to say the numbers. And please and thank you when I was in Japan sure came in handy.
What is the meaning of the verb screw on?
When you screw on the top of a circular container. You turn it so that it becomes tight and keeps the contents of the container inside. I hadn't screwed the top of the gas can on tight enough, and all the gas leaked out.
What is the meaning of the verb get on?
When you get an item of clothing on, you put it on your body. Get your coat on. It's cold outside.
What is the meaning of the verb sign in?
When you sign in, you write your name on a list to show that you have arrived at your workplace or at some other place, such as a hotel or a club. I'm going to be late. Could you sign me in?
What is the meaning of the verb go for?
When you go for something, you try to achieve it. After she finished her master's, she went for a PhD.
What is the meaning of the verb pull off?
When you pull something off, you succeed in doing something difficult and possibly sneaky or illegal even though the chances of success are not high. When Jake said he was going to try to rob a Las Vegas casino, no one believed he could pull it off.
What is the meaning of the verb come out of?
When something comes out of a certain place or area, it starts there. This speaker must not be connected, no sound is coming out.
What is the meaning of the verb put on?
When you place something on or apply something to your body, you put it on. I put on my new dress before going to the party.
What is the meaning of the verb come out For in favor of I against.
When people with authority and influence come out for or come out in favor of people or things. They publicly announce support for them. When people with authority and influence come out against people or things. They publicly announce opposition to them. The senator from North Carolina came out against the tobacco legislation.
What is the meaning of the verb pick on?
When you pick on people, you continually tease and criticize them. The teacher never criticizes anyone else, she picks only on me.
What is the meaning of the verb go by?
When you go by a policy or standard. You use it as a reference or a guide in making decisions and determining your behavior. When you go by the book, you follow rules, policies, or laws exactly. Going by the book has always been my policy.